How are you guys? Hope all of you are staying safe during this period of the pandemic. And us as Royal Mathematics, we are here to help solve the educational crisis that we are facing right now. We know that many of us are not able to access to education right now because of this great pause we've had. And so over here, we want to teach you mathematics. So what we'll start with is we're teaching IGCSE maths syllabus, which is mathematics book A. And what we want to do is that we want to create a better learning environment in this situation. And why we are doing this is that so everyone gets fully educated and passes their edexcel exams. Okay, so basically we are going to start with numbers 1, and with numbers 1 what we are starting with is working with fractions. So when we are working with fractions, generally we'll need to have the knowledge of fractions. So there are two types of fractions: mixed fractions and improper fractions. In mixed fractions, I just wanted to show you the format, which is 6 and 1 over 3. This, if you see anywhere a number like this, 6 and 1 over 3, or maybe 2 and 1 over 7, or 7, or 5 and 2 over 9, all of these are mixed fractions. And now if we were to solve one of them, let's take 6 and 1 over 3 as an example. 6 and 1 over 3. When you're told to solve a mixed fraction, generally they want you to change it to an improper fractions. So basically that takes us to the second types of fractions, which is called the improper fraction. So the improper fraction has a natural format like this. It can even look like 18 over 17, 8 over 3. But what you tend to notice over here is that the upper number is greater than the lower number. So now, for example, we'll solve this 6 and 1 over 3. So when you want to solve this, you multiply the lower number, which is 3 over here, and multiply it with 6. And then the product that you get over here, you add it with 1, or the upper number in short. So that will be 6 times 3, which is 18, plus 1, which is 19. And now to complete the solving of the mixed fraction, we'll do it over 3. After multiplying and doing all these things, you've got 19, you put it over 3, the down number, for all the cases. Okay, now we'll move to solving. Like we'll go to add one of the mixed fractions. So over here we've got you a mixed fraction combined with an improper fraction. And if you're told to solve this, so when you want to multiply this, there is a format that you'll have to follow. First you'll have to solve this 1 and 3 over 4. So the way we did it before, 3 over 4. Multiply the 4 by the 1, which is 4, and then add it with 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So that will be 7 over 4. I told you to put this below. So now 7 over 4, we'll do 7 over 4 times 3 over 7. That will be 7 times 3, what is it? 21. What is 4 times 7? 28. So the answer will be 21 over 28. And now you can also further simplify it. 21 over 28, if simplified, will be 3 over 4. That is the answer in simplified format.
And guys, I just want to note you that it's not a must that you simplify the answer further, unless you ask to.
Now we'll go to dividing fractions. I hope all of you understand this. If you don't understand, please notify us on the comments section.
Yes.
So now we'll move on to dividing fractions. So dividing fractions. So when dividing fractions, you should know how to find the reciprocal of something. So for example, we take 8 over 17. This is a fraction, and if you want to find the reciprocal of such a fraction, what you do is you interchange the values, the digits. So what happens is that 17 goes up and 18 goes down. If you're told to find, no, it's a must, you have to find the reciprocal when dividing fractions. So reciprocal of 18 over 7 will be 17 over 8. You just notice 17 goes up and 8 goes down. So now we divide a fraction which will be 3 over 4. It's just an example. 3 over 4 times 7, divide by 7 over 8. So when you want to solve such a thing, fractions, what you do, 3 over 4, and then we cannot naturally do this. So what we'll have to do,
we have to reciprocate the fraction which is 7 over 8. So basically what we taught you in the example of the reciprocal, what we have to do is bring the 8 up and bring the 7 down.
Yes, so it will go like that. And when we are doing this, we are doing it for a purpose. The reciprocal only happens when you want to multiply. So when you want to divide, you will do this 3 over 4 times 8 over 7. When you want to divide, first make a reciprocal of this, first step, reciprocal, and then change the sign to multiplication. Do you get me? So I did it 3 over 4 times 8 over 7. So 8 times 3 is equals to 24 over 4 times 7, which is equals to 28. Then it's your choice whether to simplify or not. 24 divided by 28 will be 6 over 7 if simplified.
To notify you, you can also write it in form of the decimals.
Okay. And we'll teach you later on how to write it to decimal places and write it to significant figures. That's one way of shortening your answers. So now we'll be moving into a more complicated question, and before we solve it, I would like you to solve it yourself by pausing the video if you want. So now we'll start solving.
So basically we all know that this is a mixed fraction and this is a mixed fraction. If you see in the video before, we taught you how to solve a mixed fraction and turn it into an improper fraction. So that is what the steps will be followed in this question. So if you do 13 times 2, that will be 26. 26 plus 1 will be 27. So we all know that we must put the denominator of the original fraction under the improper fraction. That will be 2. 27 and 2. You do the same thing with the second fraction. You multiply this and you got this. So that will be 8 plus 1. That is 9. And 9 over 4. So basically you come write it down, 27 over 2 divide by 9 over 4. So what we did, you know the rule that we must reciprocate the values before dividing it. So we reciprocate this and the size changes to multiplication. So basically this will be a fraction at the end of the day. So now we all know how to solve this. So 27 times 4 will be 108. 2 times 9 will be 18. So if you further divide it, you will get your answer as
6. That is a fixed figure we've got. Usually we also tend to get to decimal places, and later on in the video we'll teach you how to round them off. Okay. So now we'll move on to a more complicated question, which is question number 10. So Dylan's cow produces 21 and 1 over 3 liters of milk per day. The milk is put into bottles with a volume of 2 and 1 over 3 liters. How many bottles does Dylan need each week to bottle all the milk? So basically in this question we will be calculating the basically in this question we'll calculate the amount of milk produced. The amount of milk produced was 21 and 1 over 3 liters, and the volume that a bottle can hold is 2 and 1 over 3 liters. So now we are finding the number of bottles needed. So we'll divide the capacity of the milk that is there, and divide it by the volume the bottle can hold. So that will be 21 and 1 over 3 divided by 2 and 1 over 3. So we'll first convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction the way we taught you in the previous part of the video. 21 and 1 over 3. So then first we'll multiply the 3 times 21, then we'll add 21 times 3. 21 times 3 is 63. 63 plus 1 is equal to 64. Then we'll put the denominator down there, which will be 64 over 3. Now we'll solve 2 and 1 over 3. 2 and 1 over 3, that will be plus 6 plus 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, which is 7. 7 over 3. So if we are here to solve it, 64 over 3 divided by 7 over 3. So first we'll start by finding the reciprocal, as we told you. The reciprocal of 7 over 3 will be 3 over 7. 3 over 7, and this will change into multiplication. So 64 over 3, then the multiplied by the reciprocal 3 over 7, which will be 64 times 3, which is 64 times 3, which is 192
over 21.
Over 21. We can further simplify this, which will be 192 divided by 21. We get the answer in decimal places, and we can convert it into an improper fraction, 64, if we simplify it. And in later on in the next video we upload, we'll teach you how to convert these decimal places into this
a whole number.
Yes.
So please like and subscribe and press the notification bell to receive more updates.